Hello, guys. Sorry, guys. It's your brother. I'm back now. I don't know. I think the system was just hanging. I don't know. I think it has to be my laptop issue. But I'm trying to find out what that is now. Probably my hard drive. But I can't figure out what it is now. I'm going to find out what it is. Don't worry. Sorry, guys. I'm back. Um, it has been a good thing. I wanted to just talk about this. Well, just to refresh you, I'm going to be quick on this. I'll play the first video of that governor again, just to refresh those for those who are joining us now. I'm talking about a governor of a state, which is Cross River State, of what he's done. And I specifically said I have dedicated this video to God Almighty. And secondly, people who are viewing me are the people who I dedicate this video and this channel to as well. This studio, who are my fans, my followers, people who are liking my page. I really appreciate you guys, and I value you are coming up to watch me and spending your time with me here. And another person I dedicate this channel and this video to is the governor of Cross River State. That guy is amazing. Let me just play some of his clip while I get some things ready.
We implore you to know that your responsibility from today going forward is to put an end to illegal taxes on people. We have a tax law here that prescribes those who are exempted from tax. All those categories of people and those that from time to time may be so announced by the governor, including every single hotel that has less than 50 rooms in Calabar and in the whole state, today are exempted from payment of tax. We have exempted all Okada drivers, taxi drivers, airport taxi drivers. We have exempted small salon owners, small catering and restaurant points, mama put, eatery points. All those small basic survival people selling of produce, struggling to make a living, they have been exempted today from paying tax. We have exempted them because it is better for me as a governor that I rather task my brain than to tax my people. And great perseverance, you have the right for anybody who comes before you to demand tax. You have the right to say, stop, the governor have said we should not pay tax. Why will a small person carry banana from his farm to go and sell, and produce people are there taxing him for produce? Why would somebody carry granite to go to market and somebody is putting a checkpoint on the road and collecting money from the granite seller? This is not Ben Ayade, this is not my nature. I am not wired for this insensitivity to a weaker person. I have abolished produce tax. Let farmers earn their money, let them keep their money. Because you didn't give them fertilizer, you did not irrigate the soil, you did not prepare the soil for them, you did not do the land clearing for them. Why do you want to tax them? Why do you put pressure on that your small brother or sister whose situation is much worse? Why will we expect that people who don't have scholarship for their children, who don't have good schools, they struggle to pay, struggle with the uniforms, struggle to have security in their small businesses, struggle to get water with their borehole, struggle with generator, and government is providing almost nothing to come back to such people and tax them? I think this is the greatest injustice. I never knew that 5 years into office as governor, I would still find somebody who could live in a thatch house in Cross River State. I almost cried because I knew how prepared I was, but it didn't end the way I had dreamt for the state. And I just think that somewhere God will just help me, because I really wish I could really help. I really wish I could help. It's very painful, truly. I can't put 5 years and I've not been able to do the change I wished. I know of some small people whose businesses are closed because even after signing into law that they should stop collecting tax, I still find people giving political appointment for a completely different thing, and you see them go back to these same people and dragging them and seizing and closing their shops and taxing. If we have to pay tax, let me contact the anti-tax agency. They will give us a tax code whether we fall under the category of those to pay tax or not. So your vehicles, your public life, your telephone numbers will be in the public domain, because everybody must call you to clear whether they have to pay tax or not to pay tax. And so I pick only men of God and women of God to serve here. I charge you that by the time you are done, let your agency be a world-class example for other states and countries to emulate. If God sees into my heart, let him take every single wealth I have. If he can make every single Cross-Riverian rich, if he can take every single Cross-Riverian out of poverty, let Ben Ayade and the Ayades, let us be poor for Cross-Riverians to be comfortable. Let me see Calabar thrive again. And this is part of my post-COVID-19 response.
Share on see governor. You see, as governor B. See, let me just recap in what I have said in the first video before my system got breakdown. I said a leader add value. They add value to the followers, to the subject. That is what that man is doing. You add value. You think of them. You understand? I said something as well. The second point, that a leader is a servant and not a boss. You are ready and willing, humble enough to serve your people. That's the leader. I have mentioned that in the first video before it cut. And the third one, a leader goes to the grassroots to obtain information relating to its subject or his follower in terms of welfare, in terms of their well-being. The leader go out of their way to go to the remote villages, like as this man is thinking now. You see people suffering, and you see the impact people are having economically. That's a leader goes that far to bring all this information and see how he's going to better add value to the followers. So now I'm going to play the second video, which I'll play in the first clip before I begin to rush. I just want to rush this through those ones I have done before. Watch this second one.
In my state, in my country, and in my continent, people still live in dark ages. People still live in squatter camps in very subhuman conditions. I am shocked that with all the lawyers we have in this country, with all the civil rights movements, they watch as my people, the people of Bakassi, bleed and live where they fetch water, defecate on the same land, feed on the same land, with no hope. Yet the country watch, yet the country allocates in billions on elitist projects and programs.
Our life of our mother, our children, we commit into your hands. So help us and self us too in this situation. We don't have much to say, but we are totally coverless in our life. We don't have anything to sustain our living. We don't hope that tomorrow we will have a living. Help us.
We will solve the problem. I'm governor of the state. Your problem is my problem. The primary person who you should cry to is me, and I'm here, and I've seen it in person. We have started the process of acquiring land. We will commence construction work as soon as possible. If I'm here again, I'll be bringing joy. I'll be bringing news that you have your homes to move to.
Get up, stand up, stand up, stand up, boy, who the cafe? Get up, stand up, who the cafe? Don't give up the man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mampolo from Mampolo's Corner, renew your mindset. So now, when we talk about leader, another quality of a leader, apart from the one I have mentioned before, both in the video that went off and a bit of highlight in this one, is that a leader is that person that listens to the subject when they cry or when they speak. That is a leader. You see that man came out and he was listening to the subjects. He went right to the grassroots and he was listening to them. That is a leader. A leader listens when the followers are talking. A leader listens when the followers are explaining about their predicaments. A leader listens when the followers and the subjects are crying out for help. He listens. Let's still watch this man again. Then we'll talk about qualities of leaders. Let's watch another video. Stay tuned.
I feel a sense of fulfillment having been here to see my son, my daughter, my mother, my uncle, my auntie living in a clustered accommodation of a primary school with mosquitoes feasting on them, with no place to farm, no place to lay their head. But today, by the grace of God, by the instrumentality of the Holy Ghost, we are here gathered to celebrate a maximum of opportunity where people will be living in a world-class estate. You can get a certificate of occupancy. This is the first social housing in Africa, in absolute terms, where the ownership is in perpetuity, where the property is yours, where there will be no time you say you can now move and let another person enter. No, it is your house, it is yours to keep forever and ever. We will continue to expand it. It is not enough to provide you housing, because this is not shelter, this is housing. It means it has amenities, it has power, it has water, it has all the utilities you will so need. You have solar lighting, you have the generator, and you have the third grid, which is the national grid. But today I'm going to also assure you that we have acquired boats which are by the water side to enable you to do fishing for those who can fish. We have also made provisions for cash. So we have a takeoff grant of 50 million to support all of you who live here who want to start small businesses. I am lucky because I have a circumstance akin to yours, and so I feel you and I know your pain. But please, let's take today to dance. Let's take today to celebrate. Let's use today as a day to tell a story, a reverse of all that has been your experience, that finally you have a home called your own. You have a house that is yours. As I turn around and look at the estate, it gives me joy that at least if there's nothing else I have done, I've been able to take one person, maybe two, maybe 50 out of that squalor accommodation. And for Nigeria to know that these Bakassi people you have neglected, we ourselves have not neglected our people. And so for what I have done is driven out of emotions and passions and not out of wealth and accumulation. But let the president recognize the pain and just reflect on the budget of IDPs and ask for once what has been provided for the people of Bakassi. When anybody asks that question, you will see the injustice for the people of Cross River State and the people of Bakassi.